Hey, Boots, what do you want?
Keith one-time Thurman has some things to say about Jaron Ennis. Last we heard about Jaron Ennis, well, he was literally ducking everybody in boxing.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man.
Jaron Ennis finds himself to be in a pretty familiar position if you're a boxing fan. A position of a fighter who is ordained to be the next guy. The really, really, really talented guy. The guy that is supposed to be next. They go through somewhat of a hazing-like process when it comes to boxing. And this is Jaron Ennis' process. Ducking everybody, right? But Keith one-time Thurman has some things to say. Of course, Keith one-time Thurman was going back and forth with Jamel Charlo. Hopefully we get a fight between those two guys. But he has some things to say about Jaron Ennis.
Boots didn't want Timo. Boots doesn't want Ortiz. Hey, Boots, what do you want? Yo, hold up. Champion. Hey, champ. Champ. Who do you want? You want champs or you want chumps? But someone told me the other day that he was saying he wants to move up and get 2 tune-ups? Undefeated champion getting tune-ups? Did you pop your bicep tendon? Did you twist your ankle, bro? What happened? Oh man, look, you beat Stanley Otis, but you don't feel comfortable at 147? Hold it down. You was holding it down, pimp. Hold it down. But you want to come up, and then you don't want champs? You want chumps? You want tune-ups? I'm confused, man.
And yeah, after hearing what Keith had to say, Keith was talking a lot of trash about Jaron Ennis, man. What was this energy at once upon a time from Keith one-time Thurman, right? Keith one-time Thurman didn't have this energy all the time when he was at the top, right? When he was having the belts, when he had something to lose, the energy was a little bit different. But now he ain't got nothing to lose, and he's talking. But Jaron Ennis, last we heard about Boots, he needed 2 tune-ups. Turk Al-Sheikh said that he needed a tune-up. Now, the 2 tune-up part, I'm not sure where that came from. But check out what Hearn had to say.
I hear that Jaron wanted to take 2 tune-up fights before he faces Virgil. Virgil says that he's ready. So what's going to be...
So we got asked if we'd fight Virgil Ortiz on the August 16th card, which he said yes, we'd be interested. Virgil come back and said, I'm not ready till later in the year, right? Then we decided to lock in a fight for Boots end of September, beginning of October, right? Then Turkey come back and said, do you want to look at the fight for November 22nd? And we said, look, we're taking this fight as our first fight at 54. We will agree the Virgil Ortiz fight in the process. It's not like we're going to take a fight, then we'll speak after. We can lock that fight in now. Myself and Golden Boy are talking about that fight. It's going to be one of the biggest fights in America. And as I said to Virgil the other day, like, you two guys are 2 young, brilliant fighters. This fight is happening. December, January or February, Boots against Ortiz will happen. And you keep building it up, you 2 young guns, because I tell you something now, we see fights a lot, big names, but at the back end of their career. This is 2 pound-for-pound stars in their absolute prime. And Boots will do a job on Virgil Ortiz. Trust me when I say it. And I like Virgil, and I tell him to his face, there is no way he beats Jaron Ennis. No way. So he ain't got to wait. We've got to just have our fight, which we agreed because he wasn't ready August 16th. There's no drama. There's no beef. We'll take that. We'll agree to fight. Now we don't need 2 warm-up fights. I don't know where this comes from. It's the first fight at 154. No problem. Watch Boots at 154. Watch the fighter he is.
Now, after hearing what Hearn had to say, the actual guy that does the business with Jaron Ennis, by the way, Turkey Al-Sheikh really isn't Jaron Ennis' promoter or anything like that. Hearn is the guy that is in control of Jaron Ennis' career right now, right? And this is what he had to say. And if we're honest, Virgil Ortiz, Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted to make a fight with Virgil Ortiz and Baccarat, but Virgil Ortiz team said, no, man, they don't want that many fights in a row, tough fights in a row. That many tough fights in a row. So this is what the word on the street is. But Keith one-time Thurman, Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, we got to wait and see. I think that the fact that Jaron Boots Ennis isn't a guy that's on social media a lot, he's not on camera a lot, he's not really out here controlling his narrative, it's easy for things to kind of get skewed out here. And then when it comes to the career of Jaron Boots Ennis, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Eddie Hearn said we're going to see a different animal. I'm thinking we're going to see a different animal at 154 pounds. Will we see a different animal when it comes to Jaron Boots Ennis at 154 pounds? Only time will tell. We'll see. Jaron Boots Ennis, Keith One Time Thurman. Keith One Time Thurman said, where's Boots? What is Boots doing? Why is Boots ducking? Standing on us. Standing on us this. Standing on us that. But I would like to see somebody send Keith One Time Thurman that contract. But tell me what you guys think. Jaron Boots Ennis, Keith One Time Thurman. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.